My dear students, in this class we are continuing with lesson 2, and here in this class I am going to teach you about the Egyptian civilization. What is Egyptian civilization? And this civilization or Egypt is called gift of Nile. What is the other name of Egypt? The gift of Nile. And what is the reason for that? The annual floods of the river Nile provided fertile land and water for irrigation. Hence, the Nile Valley became a seat of civilization in spite of being surrounded by desert. The history of ancient Egypt between 3000 BC 1000 BC can be divided into three phases: the Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, and New Kingdom. Egypt, it is often called gift of Nile. What is the reason for this? After the flood, the Nile river, it provided fertile land. Fertile land means this that area it will be good for growing crops, and water will be there for irrigation also. And the history of ancient Egypt between 3000 BC and 1000 BC, we can divide it into three phases: Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, and New Kingdom. And what are the important source materials that help us to study about Egyptian civilization? In the last class we studied some sources. The same like us here also, we will get the remains of palaces, pillars, canals, etc., and statues of various mythological figures and rulers. Then the remains of weapons, objects, bronze tools, etc. These things will help us to study about the Egyptian civilization. These are the source materials that help us to study about the Egyptian civilization. And in the last class we discussed about the town plannings of Sumerians. And what about the Egyptian? And here they made their city. And in the city of Amarna in Egypt, a royal road ran parallel to the river Nile, and it connected the northern and central parts of the city. And there we can see a luxurious stone residences of the royalty and high officials were situated in the north side. Okay, the city of Amarna in ancient Egypt, there was a royal road. It ran parallel to the river Nile, and this road, it connected the northern and central part of the city. And in the north side, the higher officials house we can see, or higher officials luxurious residence we can see in the north side. And the king's official residence, temples, administrative buildings, storehouses, and clusters of mud bricks houses of ordinary people were situated in the central portion. In the north side, we can see the luxurious residence of the royal people, and in the central area we can see the king's official residence, temples, administrative building, etc. And in the tombs, it was situated in the desert a few kilometers away from the central city. And the laborers, the workers who worked on these tombs, lived in the square block of workers houses situated nearby. Okay, north side, then central, then the central city. Okay, and what about the social life of the people? The Egyptian people, they considered their king as a god. They considered their king as a god, and he has given the title. What is that? Pharaoh. Okay, and he was in the apex portion. He was in the top portion, and agriculture was the main occupation of the people. Agriculture was the main occupation of these people, those who lived in Egypt, and they were very skilled at weaving, stoneworking, ivory working, glass making, and carpentry. And their god, they worshipped the sun god. Okay, sun god was the most important Egyptian god, and they worshipped the moon, the flood, and other natural phenomena also. And these Egyptian people, they believed that after death, so at the time or with the dead body, they kept many things because they believed that after death. And they used hieroglyphic script. They used hieroglyphic script. Hieroglyphic means sacred carving. And they made or the Sumerians also made different kinds of pen, isn't it? And these people also made pen. Egyptians wrote with the reed pens on the dried and flattened stems of local plant called papyrus. They made pen with papyrus. Okay. And the Egyptian devised a system of counting in tens. And Egyptians developed solar calendar also. And they observed that the interval between two floods was 365 days. In the initial, the introduction part, I told you that Egypt is often called gift of Niles because of the annual flood. And these people, they observed that the interval between two floods was 365 days. And the Egyptians, they had great knowledge of surgery and human anatomy. And most wonderful creation of the Egyptian are pyramid. I hope that all of you know about the shapes of pyramid. And each one contained a king's mummy and his precious belonging inside the tomb. We can see that the king's mummy and the precious belonging of that particular king. And the Egyptians built many temples, and they decorated with huge statues and massive columns. And next, we can see another important Egyptian figure. It is a mythological animal that is called Sphinx, and it had the body of a lion and head of a man. These are the important things related with the Egyptian civilization. And next we can see that the Chinese civilization. Okay, and this civilization is developed in the riverbanks of Hangzhou, is called the sorrow of China. Gift of Nile also there. The Egyptian civilization is called gift of Nile. And here we are going to study another important river, that is Huanghe. This is called the sorrow of China because after the flood or at the time of flood, many damages were there, many people died. So this river is called the sorrow of China. What about the source materials? What are the things that help us to study about the Chinese civilization? The remains of different kinds of palaces, temples, etc., etc., different tools, weapons, vessels, etc., etc. Okay, and here also we are going to study about the town planning of these people. The Chinese city of Anyang in the Henan province, China, was laid out both sides of the river. Along the city streets were situated palaces in the river banks, or both side of the river. We can see city streets, and here situated palaces, temples, administrative buildings, etc., etc. And here also king was the highest position. King was in the apex position. And the agriculture was the main occupation of the people. Okay, agriculture was the main occupation of the people. And here also these people also worshipped natural forces. And the Chinese believed that the spirits of the dead, the Chinese people, they believed that the spirit of the dead, and they believed that the spirit of the dead had great powers also. And the Chinese people, they used a pictographic script. Script means word were represented by pictures. The word, it is represented by the pictures. And these people calculated, the Chinese people calculated the length of the year. And they accurately said the length of the year is 365 days. Okay, and they did this combining solar and lunar calculation. They could predict eclipses also. Okay, these are the important things related with the Chinese civilization. Chinese civilization, it established in the river banks of, started in the river bank or developed in the river banks of Huanghe, and this river is called Sorrow of China. Why? Because it made, or after the flood or at the time of flood, this river causing a lot of damages. What are the important source material that help us to study? The building construction structures like large platform which were impressions of buildings such as palaces, etc., etc., bronze tools, etc., and they made their town near the, or the both side of the river, and city streets were situated, along the city streets were situated palaces, temples, etc., etc., and king was the apex portion. King was the, or he held the highest position in society, and they were farmers, and they worshipped natural forces, and they believed in spirits of the dead, and had great powers, and they used pictographic script, and they developed or they calculated the length of the year. Okay, children, all of you please study up to here.